Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. Kyle, we are off to a strong start this week in both feeders and fats. Tell me what you're making of trade this morning.
It's a good question, Lacey. We had that biannual cattle report here that came out on Friday after the close, and it looked to be neutral to somewhat friendly, although we are seeing just a little bit of slight heifer retention out there, which was to be expected. But this morning here out of the gate, we shot up higher here in both the live cattle and feeder cattle. Live cattle coming off the heels of higher cash trade here from last week, which is in question if we can maintain that momentum coming through here to this week. And a lot of folks are watching box beef here, looking for a potential setback here as far as the choice box goes, but we'll have to wait and see as we dig on further into the week. Now, we also have February live cattle option expiration that's going to take place here on Friday. So there could be some moving around of positions here. And then we have first notice day on Monday. So we'll have to deal with that as well. Now, the feeder cattle, that's a more interesting thing here. I've heard a couple different, I've heard both sides here. I've heard that there's going to be less numbers in the south here again this week due to they're still getting dug out down there. And then I've also heard there's going to be higher numbers this week because they're going to get started again. So from far from what I've seen here, the sale barn receipts look to be a little bit lighter here than what we would expect after being shut down here last week. But we did see these March feeders run up here to $367.70. We're at $365.90 right now at $5.62. So almost $2 off our highs there. We're also going to have the Goldman roll starting here on Friday, and they're going to be getting out of those March contracts, moving out to the April on back. So we've got that to look forward to as well. Now, today's index looks like it's going to be up $3.72 at 374.41 with the daily number of 372.03 on 8,551 head. And right now, there's a little over 28,000 head in that index. A lot of good feeder cattle sales going on here over the weekend. And the question is, can we maintain a movement throughout the week, Lacey?
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted with a look at our midday trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
When First Dakota National Bank created Dakota Mac in 1993, we knew we could offer ag producers something few other banks dared to. Long-term, fixed-rate loans for ag real estate refinances and purchases. Today, we go by Landera, and we provide the same great service. And even more banking options to help your operation thrive for generations to come. Banking evolves. Trust endures. Landera, a division of First Dakota National Bank.
The Rural Radio Network is taking flight. We're proud to announce our newest partnership with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of the Rural Radio Network. With easy parking, shorter lines, and new nonstop flights, it's never been simpler to travel from right here in Nebraska's capital city. And now, Lincoln Airport is taking you straight to the sunshine with new direct flights to Orlando starting in December. Learn more at lincolnairport.com.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network for a check of your markets. Grain markets are lower with pressure from weak outside markets on the Brazil corn planting and soybean harvest pace, clipping right along with some impressive soybean yields so far. South American weather also looks a little more favorable with showers in the 10-day forecast. Corn futures are 2 to 3 cents lower with weekly export inspections softened a little bit at 1.14 million metric tons with yearly pace holding at 150%. Soybeans are over a nickel lower with export inspections holding the recent improvement at 1.3 million metric tons, improving the year-to-date pace to 64%. And weekly wheat inspections were solid with yearly pace at 120%. Wheat futures are 7 to 10 cents lower with spillover pressure from the row crops and a firmer dollar. March corn is down 3 1/4 at 4.25. May down 3 1/4 at 4.32 1/2. March soybeans down a nickel at 10.59 1/4. May down 5 1/2 at 10.71 1/2. March Chicago wheat is down 11 at 5.27. May down 10 1/4 at 5.35 3/4. March Kansas City wheat down 10 1/2 at 5.34 1/4. May down 9 3/4 at 5.45 1/4. March soybean meal is unchanged at 293.70. March bean oil down 58 cents at 52.93. February live cattle are up 312 at 238.97. April up 360 at 240.40. March feeders up 720 at 367.47. April up 692 at 365.20. February lean hogs are up 82 cents at 88.07. April up 197 at 97.12.